Minimalism definitely offers a lot of upsides and benefits, and one of them is certainly helping you gain a bigger financial freedom and overall helping you save a lot of money efficiently, quickly, and easily if you're ready to commit to it. And here's how. I have identified 7 major ways to save money with minimalism and thanks to it, and these are definitely the 7 ways that have been more impactful in my life, financially speaking. And of course, in this video, I'm going to share all of this with you. The first and most important way, in my opinion, to save money with minimalism is to buy less. I cannot stress the importance of this enough. Think before you buy and just overall buy less stuff. This is one of the biggest things and one of the first things that happens once you decide to commit to minimalism, in my opinion. And I don't know in the past how many times I've fallen into the trap of justifying the purchase of something just because it was cheap. It's not a good deal if you don't need it in the first place. This is something that it's extremely important to understand. It might take a while, but it's so incredibly important. Not spending money in the first place and kind of instead of spending it or wasting it, let's just say it, on something that we didn't even thought of until that very moment is definitely a way bigger deal because the money stays in our pocket. Number 2, simplify your routines and habits. By streamlining your possessions and becoming more aware of the things that you truly need, you're going to be able to simplify your routines, reconsider some of your habits, and therefore rethink the way you spend your money when it comes to your routines and habits. Number 3 is sell the things or some of the things that we are getting rid of. Obviously, it's impossible for us to get back all of the money that we spent on things that we didn't need in the first place or that we no longer use. And I always think that it's better to donate whenever it's possible. I have donated so many items in my life. I think it's such a good way to give back to the community, to friends and family members that might need things. So it's kind of a more sustainable and circular economy, but also and most importantly to people that are truly in need. But I don't think there's anything bad in selling the items that you've bought and try to get some of that cash back, especially if we're talking about things that were kind of more on the expensive side. And these days, the secondhand market is so ginormous. The possibilities are endless, either online or on spot, so stores or flea markets. So it's definitely not something that you can count to make a lot of money out of, but it's extra cash that you didn't have and that you spent and you were thinking that you will never be able to get back. So at least it's worth investing a little bit of time and energy, like I said, especially if we're talking about items that were a little bit more on the expensive side. Number 4 is use what you have. Using what you already have on hand and available to you is a great way to prevent even more money leaving your bank account or your wallet. After all, I think that a good part, a very big important component of minimalism and embracing minimalism is learning to appreciate more what you have and be more grateful for it, and therefore learn to crave less stuff. Number 5 is to track your expenses. This is also something that I cannot recommend enough. It's so important. Being fully aware of how much money is going into your pocket and going out of your pocket is an essential component of money saving and of a successful money saving. And by gradually reducing your possessions and kind of streamlining more your lifestyle needs, the task is even easier, gets even easier and less complicated because there's literally less stuff to keep track of. Number 6 is to go multi-purpose. Try to think a little bit outside of the box and try to prefer items or products or overall things that will be able to be multi-purpose and used in many different ways, because if one item can serve more than one function or more than one purpose, there are literally less items involved. So this requires less stuff and therefore less money invested into them. Going multi-purpose works especially well when combined with doing things yourself. It's just overall a win-win formula in my opinion. Just to make you a very quick and easy example, very simple ingredients, natural ingredients like baking soda or coconut oil. These are things that I always keep in my house because they are incredibly versatile and I can use them in many different ways, and I can use them to make products myself. The final way to save money efficiently and successfully with minimalism, in my opinion, is to prioritize and to plan your expenses and therefore act accordingly. Learning how to do these things can help you save a lot of money in the long run. You prioritize, you plan your expenses really carefully according to your priorities. So there's no explanation required, in my opinion. You really have to acknowledge which one your priorities are and plan your expenses according to what's more important to you and just act accordingly. What I mean specifically by act accordingly is just simply try to avoid those trigger situations that you know that will make you spend money that you cannot really spend, or avoiding impulse buys, for example. So just trying to act in a more mindful way when it comes to our money and how we spend them, because it can help us rethink some of our spending habits, and it can definitely play a huge role. Being fully aware of how we manage our money and how we plan to spend it can definitely play a huge role in the long run, and can definitely be a huge help when it comes to reaching certain financial goals. These are things that personally helped me so much during my minimalist journey. When it comes to finances, I was able to save quite a good chunk of money, and I still do, even though I switched from working full-time to working part-time. So I definitely have a different income situation right now, and in a smaller scale, of course, because I literally take less money and I can rely on less money each month on a lower paycheck. But I am still able to save money because these are kind of my core values when it comes to managing my money and being responsible when it comes to spending it. So I really hope that this video is going to be helpful for you if you have any financial goal that you're trying to reach, or if you're just trying to change some of your spending habits. If you've enjoyed this video, then you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you still haven't and you want to see more content coming your way. Feel free to check my blog and my social media links. You will find everything in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!